Greetings. You are now tuned into the HittMobb podcast series, where we discuss the art, business, legacies, and lifestyles of music production with your hosts, David Vanderpool, known as Prestige, and Paul Hendricks, known as Baby Paul. Let's get to it.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Baby Paul, aka BPZ. We in the building.
Yes, and your boy Prestige.
And you're tuning in to HittMobb. What's good, my brother?
What's good, man? We got an exciting episode today.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Like, this is a topic we've been dialoguing about for a minute. We tend to have arguments about this dialogue.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Today's topic, the greatest voices in hip hop.
Greatest voices in hip hop. Specifically, the voice.
The voice.
The voice.
The hip hop voice. Not the TV show, the hip hop voice.
Word.
So,
not to be confused with the voice, right?
Exactly. So, yeah, now, as we was coming up in hip hop, right? Mm-hmm. The most important thing was delivery and your voice tone.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Now, these days, I think it's kind of diminished.
Yeah, I mean, the value of hip hop as an art has changed. It's subjective. You know, every generation is going to have a different opinion, so we're not here to argue with nobody. But what we will say is that your voice
Help me.
helps. If your voice stands out along with the quality of your art, meaning if you got skills, you got rhymes, whatever, you got a shot.
Yo, but you know, this thing about opinions,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
I know what you're gonna say. I know what you're gonna say.
It's very shaky because what do you think is the greatest cheeseburger you ever had?
Wow, greatest cheeseburger. See, I can't. I've experienced foods in so many different places.
But just
I've
name
traveled.
one.
Well, it could be the Whopper.
No. I'm just talking about just one of the best burgers you had.
The brand or
No, the brand.
I said it, the Whopper.
The Whopper?
Mm-hmm.
You believe that?
See, that's my point. It's subjective.
Yeah.
You see, because you're ready to dispute me, right?
No, but somebody could have said the Dollar Menu burger is the best.
Exactly. So it's subjective. I like the Whoppers
I don't think
because it's flame broiled, but we're not gonna help advertise Burger King and McDonald's right now.
All right. But I'm just I bring this up to bring a point because you know there should be some kind of middle ground when it comes to this thing. Mm-hmm. I don't believe people's opinion can be way off,
Right.
Or say like when you hear these arguments today, well, Taylor Swift is better than Michael Jackson.
Man,
I don't know.
I don't even want to entertain that conversation.
But you see,
I get your point.
You hear the kind of idiocy and the stupidity in certain things.
I definitely do.
So I have to bring that point up to
drive it down, as you would say.
to level the conversation.
Right.
Because we can't just leave things just open like that to say, well, everybody has an opinion. It just can't be like that. It has to be majority over minority.
Right. You know the reason why I say that, though? Because I notice, especially in hip-hop music culture, every generation has a different perspective from their experience and what they consumed. Someone younger may not consume the music that we consumed, so their opinion is based on that.
I don't really take stock into that because we came up with our parents' music.
Right.
So it wasn't no young and all of this bullshit
but
it wasn't none of that. It was
hip hop culture is different. It's just the separatism in hip hop culture is just ridiculous.
It is.
It's just ridiculous.
It is the separatism, but we all came up with the same type of music. Mm-hmm. Our parents' music was our music. It wasn't no
distinction. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, a great record is a great record.
Right.
It don't matter what Teen Opinions has to put on it because you can see the longevity of the record, how long it's going to last and how long it's going to touch other people.
That's true.
So
I can agree with that.
So
but the problem is, though, that I think this digital age of influence and the super highway of information, this younger generation doesn't take the time to learn or educate themselves on what came before them. They're just paying attention to what may be relevant within the last 5 to 10 years.
Yes.
So that's why I say the younger generation's opinion as opposed to our opinion. But with anything else, it's subjective. And to get to the point, some of the 90s era artists that we're going to mention, some of these younger generation fans may not even agree with it. But we don't care.
Exactly. But in order to do that, we have to start with the 80s.
Yeah, for
the
sure.
The starting ground.
Let's start with the 80s. Definitely. All right. We're going to deal with hip hop, right?
Yes.
I'm going to take a solo artist first, and I'm going to say Slick Rick. Hands down.
Hands down.
You cannot deny Slick Rick's voice.
You cannot deny his voice.
Distinctive voice. You hear him tomorrow in the new records, you know it's Slick Rick.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
All right. Cool. Definitely.
Slick Rick is got to be up there.
The accent, the wordplay.
Everything.
The delivery. You know Slick Rick when you hear him. You know what I'm saying?
And of course, Rakim.
Can't doubt that.
Can't doubt.
He's the king of the monotones.
Yes.
Hands down.
I
can't think of another artist before or after him that is as recognizable voice-wise. That's monotone. People could say that about Drake, but he kind of like varies in his delivery. He doesn't sound the same rap-wise in every record. And then, of course, he sings. But Rakim, straight monotone, genius lyricist, can't miss it.
Of course, Rakim. And let's still keep it in the 80s.
Right.
Now, of course, Run DMC.
Facts. Now, do you want to put it in the category of groups or individuals?
Well, we just name it as we go along.
Okay.
As it comes to me, we just differentiate.
For sure. Well, of course, DMC, big, strong voice.
Yes.
Can't miss it. Unfortunately, over the years, his voice has changed because of, health reasons and, his life experiences when, from performing so many years and having such a boisterous, loud voice, it affected his throat. But hands down on those recordings, man, you know DMC when you hear him.
Exactly, man.
Standout voice. Run has his own distinct voice too.
Yes.
In all fairness. They were like a yin and a yang, you know what I'm saying?
That's why it worked.
Yeah, that's why it worked.
Kool Moe Dee.
You know what's so crazy? Mo D is one of the pioneers. Like, he was doing it before people were making records doing it. And what's so funny is, now that you say that, I can agree with you because I know Mo D's voice when I hear it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if someone younger might catch that, but from the tapes to the records, yeah, definitely a distinct voice.
I remember I think it was either Q-Tip or one of those other artists said that Kool Moe Dee definitely did it because his clarity, his range, everything was just the way he sounded was dope. And he commented on that.
Right.
And of course, Melly Mel.
Yeah, definitely. And the interesting thing is, he was probably the first to have that grandiose voice before DMC.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And if we're going to talk about grandiose voices in the 80s, we can't forget Chuck D of Public Enemy. You know what I'm saying?
One of the best ever.
Yeah. Chuck. I mean, both him and Flav, they have distinctive voices. But as far as the rap side, because he was the MC out of the two, Flav was the hype man. But you can't miss that boy's voice either.
Exactly, man. Very distinctive, yeah.
Word,
Very distinctive.
Yeah. Of course, if we're going to stick with the 80s and we go to the West Coast, you got to shout out Ice Cube and Snoop.
No, Snoop is the 80s. Snoop's not the 80s.
All right, I stand corrected. He's the 90s. Cube was the 80s because he was before.
Yes.
Before Snoop came in. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because people would say that Eazy-E stands out too. I just didn't look at him as a rapper. We knew
he had a distinctive voice.
Yeah, he did have a distinctive voice. I just didn't look at him as a rapper, so I never really got into the, Eazy-E as a rapper to really point that out. But Cube, come on. He was the voice of NWA for a minute.
But I think one of the best artists that came out of the West Coast was the DLC.
Wow. You got a point. You know what's so crazy? Because his career was kind of short, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't forget DLC, though.
DLC?
Yeah, you can't forget it.
Yes, DLC, man. He was one of the illest, man, that ever did it. And it's a shame that we never got more.
Yeah, because of what happened to him when he had his accident, it affected his voice, but standout voice.
But to me, he never came off as a West Coast rapper.
He's from Texas, right?
I believe he's from Texas, but he never sounded West Coast to me.
Well, here's the thing. Because his career was built off of the strength of Dr. Dre, people automatically attribute it to him representing the West Coast. But he was from Texas.
He was from Texas.
You know what I'm saying? But it's so crazy. The time he came out, there wasn't so much of a regional distinction for rappers.
Yes.
You know? Not like it is now. You know what I mean? Or what it became in the 90s in particular. Like, rappers in the 80s, you didn't pay as much attention to where they were from. They were just either dope or they weren't. You know
exactly. That's it.
Yeah. Any other 80s rappers you could think of?
How you want to not mention LL?
Of course. I'm waiting for you to say it because that's your
LL. LL. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I would shout out Houdini too because Ecstasy definitely.
No, Ecstasy voice.
Yeah.
Crazy. His delivery.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Gotta mention the females, Latifah.
Oh, Latifah. Yes.
Salt and Pepper.
Latifah's one of my favorite female MCs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's so funny? Just coming here today, I heard on the radio, Princess of the Posse. I love the way she sounded on that.
Yeah. Did Mark the 45 King produce that one?
Yeah.
That was a fire joint.
Yeah, man.
And when you definitely talking about distinctive voices, you can't front on Light.
Of course.
What's so weird is when Light first came out, I can't front, no disrespect.
What?
I thought she was a dude.
Oh, no.
I thought it was a young kid.
Yeah.
When he first came out. But then I saw a visual of her, like the videos and the pictures. I'm like, oh, that's a chick. Okay. And she get busy.
You
know what I'm saying? Light had a very unique voice.
You can't miss it.
To this day, shout out to Light. She got a new album. I'll go get it if you ain't heard it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we still in the 80s?
Yeah, we still in the 80s. I mean, we could talk about Kid and Play. We could talk about there's a couple of females that
what?
You're a big fan of. Sweet Tea, Antoinette.
No, but Chubb Rock.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Chubb
and
Rock.
Special Ed.
Huh?
And Special Ed.
Well, I never thought Special Ed had the craziest voice, though.
You don't think so?
No.
You know what? I'll say this. His delivery was different.
Yes.
For that time,
yeah.
His whole delivery was different. You can distinctly know it's Ed because of the way he rapped.
Yeah.
Even if his voice didn't grab your attention, his style was different.
Like,
in all fairness.
I'm not saying he wasn't dope. Mm-hmm. But not the best voice for me.
Right. And see, I'm gonna shout Dana Dane, but when I think of Dana Dane, I also think of Slick Rick.
Exactly.
Because they come from the same school.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we're missing anybody else that stood out in the 80s, but I feel like what other solo?
Oh,
you can't forget Big Daddy Kane. Can't forget Big Daddy and Shantae. Yeah.
Biz.
Yeah.
I thought Biz had an ill voice. You know who Biz? Yeah, Biz.
Yeah. I remember where I was the first time I heard Nobody Beats the Biz.
Of
when
course.
that record came on. And the flow and the delivery.
Yes.
I'm about to wreck your body and say turn the party out.
Yes.
that's matter of fact, shout out to Tip because he said that made that a dope record.
Q-Tip had an ill voice.
Chase. Yeah, Tip. But Tip was 90s though. He wasn't 80s, right?
Remember, he was out with the Jungle Brothers.
Right.
89.
Yeah, it's like borderline.
Yeah.
He was the cusp.
Yeah.
And Jungle Brothers was, that was late 80s too.
Yes.
Man, so many people, but, we want to specify the ones that stood out the most.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So if we forgot anybody, blame our mind, not our hearts. You know what I mean?
Yes.
In the 90s.
So we going to the 90s now? We
yeah.
ready for the 90s?
Yeah, I'm ready. We already said Tip.
All right. So now the 90s.
Fife 2 though.
Yeah, Fife 2.
Yeah.
Very distinctive voice.
Yeah.
And now we in the 90s. Now you can bring Snoop up.
Yeah.
Because Snoop, I believe, to me, he was a showstopper when the first time I heard him.
Yeah.
Creep
Deep
me.
cover.
Deep cover. Creep me. As I creep to the hood, as Clint Eastwood, I said,
yeah.
yo,
Yeah.
I give him a lot of credit. Like, even though to me DOC wasn't officially a West Coast rapper, to me, Snoop was the first official West Coast rapper because you can just tell that it's distinct. You understand
the accent, the
Yes,
delivery,
yes.
the tone of the voice,
Yeah,
even the dialogue, what he's talking about.
exactly.
It's all California, man.
Yes.
It's like he took you to the West Coast when you listen to him, you know?
Now I give him a lot of credit because, like, well, I don't know if NWA hit as hard as people think on our coast, but I can
On the
tell
street
you,
level, yeah.
no, but
not on
I
a-
don't think so. Not like people thought it did.
Well, like I said, we got to give it up to Ice Cube. He carried that flag for a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, there was other West Coast artists that came out around the 80s, but he stood out, you know.
He definitely stood out.
From the NWA to the solo career, produced by, you know, Bomb Squad, you know,
Yeah.
he stood out. So I feel like he did carry that flag until others uprooted like a Snoop. You know what I mean? But, whew, man, so many greats. My brain is on freeze. I know you got to think of some 90s. I mean, there's plenty of 90s solo artists that we're fans of. I mean, I'm a fan of, you know, Pete Rock and CL Smooth. CL had a distinct voice. Whether you was into him as a lyricist or not,
It was distinct.
it was definitely distinct.
Was it one of the greatest?
See, that's the argument. It goes back to the burger argument in the beginning, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He had a dope voice though.
He was dope. It worked.
It worked on Pete's beats, bro.
It definitely
worked.
definitely sounded good on Pete's beats.
You know what I'm saying? And then you got De La, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I thought Dave sounded always better than
Paz?
Yeah.
You like Dave's voice.
Yeah, his tone was a little bit more
stood out
inviting.
to you. Okay.
Yes.
I can respect that. I know your favorites like Far Side.
Well, I'm not saying there was dope group, but I'm not putting them in greatest voices of hip hop. I won't put them there.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. I still love them Far Side. Not for that. I just like the way they put the songs together, everything.
What about Slum Village? By 10?
Huh?
Ill voice?
It sound like Tip.
You think so?
You can't hear that?
I hear the difference, but the
tone is
get it.
almost in the same register.
And we'll go back to the West Coast, Cypress Hill, Be Real.
Yeah,
Bro.
yeah. You can't front on him,
Bro, you know?
That nasal style.
Yeah.
it was ill.
Yeah, definitely.
And the first time we heard someone, I thought, you know, someone can't even really talk like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, but
And he like if you heard him tomorrow, you're gonna know it's Be Real. That's the point. Like,
Yes,
you know what I'm
yes,
saying?
exactly.
And Wu-Tang, of course, you know.
oh,
Method
Wu-Tang,
Man,
Method Man, yo,
Ray Ghost, they all had their own little
Nah. I think Dirty was the king of that.
Oh, yeah.
Dirty.
very, very
Very, very
stood out the
distinctive.
most
He stood out the
voice-wise.
most voice-wise.
Yeah, I agree. Man, there's so many groups from the 90s. I
Of
don't wanna
course,
miss-
X.
But see, he was late 90s. What, like 98?
We still in 90s. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Nas,
Of course,
Big.
Nas.
Big.
Of course, Nas. The first time we heard Nas is fucking The Barbecue.
You know what's so crazy?
What?
I've heard the maturity over the years in Nas's voice, but he still doesn't sound far away from where he sounded when he was younger. Like his voice just...
You know, his voice and the way he looked. Exactly the same.
It's like
that's an
he never
anomaly,
aged,
right?
bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
He don't age.
Like, he's got a little more raspy
Yeah.
to now compared to when he was younger.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, attribute that to some age and experience, but he kind of still sounds the same.
Oh, let's make a real a flashback. Something just came to mind. Let's go back to the 80s real quick. Heavy D.
Oh man. Oh yeah. Definitely.
His voice, his tone,
Definitely.
crazy.
Definitely. How could we forget Hev, man?
Hev, one of the greats.
Yeah, you know, and one of the first, you know, big, you know, rappers. You know what I'm saying?
And to me, I mean, he was an anomaly.
Yeah.
I mean,
he could dance. He did a lot.
danced. He danced like a small dude.
Yeah,
Like he was
yeah.
very agile and light on his feet. And I was
Yeah.
like, Wow.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I was small.
He
I
could
was
hang with Big Daddy Kane with the dancing.
No, I think he was better than Kane.
Wow.
He was better than Kane.
Wow.
If you saw the videos,
Yeah.
smooth.
Yeah. Okay, see now you gonna make me look back at some YouTube videos.
Look
bro.
at it. He was nice.
Yeah, okay.
He moved like
We got out there.
yeah, look at go back and look at those videos how smooth he was.
Yeah, okay. That's what's up. I mean, okay, 90s. What's coming to mind like solo artists?
Come on, Pac.
You know what the thing is with Pac though, for me? Okay, yes, he does have a distinctive voice. But, and I'm gonna say a big but, pause.
What?
He didn't sound the same on a certain record. So
What do you mean? His delivery or the way he sounded?
His voice. Like
To me, he
married
always
his voice
sounded the
to
same.
He married the voice to the music. Nah, for me, he didn't sound the same on every record. You know?
Probably earlier. From the earlier he didn't sound. And then I think since I don't know when he started doubling his lead. That's what made it distinctive sounding.
When he really started doing a lot of catalog
Yeah.
to the point where he was just literally churning out records like, you know what I'm saying? Like changing clothes. And that's when I think he was getting in the habit of just going to lay in the vocals, however they sound, and go on to the next record. And then however they mixed it is basically what the end result we would hear.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And he said that in the video.
So we got to consider that. But that's for me. And that's not to say he doesn't have a distinctive voice. He does. But I do want to add that he didn't sound the same on every record. Big sounded the same on every record.
No,
But
no, I think
early Big was yelling.
Yes.
Later Big was talking.
Was more smooth, more refined. Yes.
But that was attributed to one, age and him growing as an artist. Pac, he was diverse throughout his career from the beginning to the end, man, to me. You know?
So you forgot to mention one big figure.
Who?
Busta.
Oh God, yeah.
Busta Rhymes. I mean, I never forget the first time I heard him on Leaders in the New School.
Yeah, we talked about that in the previous episode.
Another case of that, what was it? PTA. Yeah. Just another case of PTA.
Yeah.
Man, when I first heard that record,
The Busta
Rhymes, somebody infamous,
Yeah.
always misbehaving and mischievous. I said, when I heard that, I was like, whoa, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, he stood out. He definitely stood out.
He stood out.
He still stands out.
He still stands out.
He's still around, you know. And what I could say about him, he does change his voice to the music too.
Yes, he does.
Because Put Your Hands.
Yes, he didn't rap nothing like that.
Completely different delivery. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he does have a distinct voice. Definitely distinct voice.
So what about Guru?
Rest in peace, Guru Gangstar. Man, I put him right behind Rakim in terms of that monotone delivery.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't as highly regarded as a lyricist, but can't nobody deny Guru's contributions to hip-hop culture, man. Rest in peace, Guru. Salute to Gangstar, the whole Gangstar Foundation. Primo, what up? You know what I mean?
Primo, what up?
Yeah, man.
So we got to go for someone you used to work with.
Who? Buckshot?
Huh?
Buckshot? Smith and Wesson? Helter Skelter? Rock?
Why had to flesh that out of you like that?
I'm just checking, man. I'm just checking.
Rock had an ill voice.
I put Rock up there with like a Method Man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he just has that attention
Very
grabbing
distinct.
voice.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. Rock had an ill voice.
He does. Salute to Rock from Helter Skelter, man. I think that's part of what made the record that people know me of work, because he did the hook.
Yes.
Yes, yo.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Rock.
Shot the Rock. And then a lot of people might not know this guy. He only had like around one record that blew. Blase.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yes. Very
Yeah, he
dope.
had a dope voice. What about J. Rue? That was your boy. You
Oh
fuck with J. Rue.
yeah. J. Rue, yeah.
Yeah.
And I love Primo. Shout out to you. I love that first album.
Yeah.
I can still put that on today.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to J. Rue the Damager, man. I know out of the Gangstar Foundation, you may not agree with this, but Lil Dap had an ill voice to me, man.
It was kind of a menacing voice.
But because he's not considered a lyricist, people will just box him out.
Yeah, exactly.
But his voice did stand out to me.
Yeah, his voice is, yeah.
Born in the ghetto, it's hard to survive. How can we forget P?
Who?
P, Prodigy.
Oh,
Mobb
yeah,
Deep.
Of course, come on. Yeah, he was ill, yeah.
You know, it's just hard because there's so many dope artists from certain eras that it's like it may not come to mind right away, but you know, like gotta mention those that
so,
not only stood out but had timeless bodies of work in the culture. You know what I mean?
But this next group, I'm a have to showcase.
Mm-hmm.
It was a combination. Mm-hmm. It ain't just the voice. It was what they did with their voice.
Mm-hmm.
Das Effects.
Oh yeah, definitely Das Effects. And
bump stickety bump stickety bump.
And of course, we can't forget for the South representation. We can't forget Scarface.
Of course,
we can't forget Outkast.
Of course, Andre 3000.
You know
yes.
So, yeah. There's a lot of greats, man. Ludacris definitely stands out.
Oh, Ludacris, Ludacris, you know crazy voice.
Yeah, but sure, he didn't come out in the 90s. He came out in the 2000s, right?
98.
Ooh,
98.
Thank you for that correction. Yeah.
Yes, 98.
So
Ludacris.
Luda definitely falls in that category. Yeah, late 90s. Okay.
Throw them bows.
Yeah. Like even going back as his first real hit, What's Your Fantasy? Because he was already buzzing independently, but then that became his first single as a hit. You know, when he got picked up by a major label. That's why his album was called Back for the First Time.
Yes.
You know, I remember that. But yeah, definitely like commanding voice, very commanding voice.
And you almost forgot one guy.
Who?
He has a podcast right now.
Who?
He has a podcast.
Talking about Joe Budden?
He has
Yo, the look on your face right now. Who?
He has a podcast right now.
You talking about Nori?
Exactly. Yeah. I always thought Nori shit was ill.
Nori.
I mean, Nori was...
Going even back to CNN, you can't front. You're right. You're right.
Nori shit was ill, man.
You're right.
I had likes Nori shit.
You know what? I do have to do an honorable mention that we forgot in the 80s.
Who?
G-Rap.
Oh, yes.
G-Rap.
How?
G-Rap.
Oh, damn,
exactly,
man. Damn,
exactly. Like I said, man, blame our mind, not our heart.
Yes.
No disrespect to so many greats in the culture.
G-Rap.
Man. We just try to cover as many as we possibly can.
Fucking rap. Shit, man.
And his voice is definitely distinct.
And then he got the lisp along with his shit too.
Yeah.
Shit.
Lyrical miracle, man.
Yes.
G-Rap is a problem to this day.
Yes.
To this day,
man.
You know, I mean, people could argue right along with, as far as 90s, like AZ is like a reinvention of G-Rap with his lisp and his delivery, because people don't always catch it, but AZ does have a slight lisp. You know
he does?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I never caught it.
He has a very slight speech impediment. I know because I've worked with him for years. You know what I'm saying? But 90s. Who else, man?
See,
we named all the famous ones. Big Pac, Nas. I mean,
you know what?
We didn't mention Jay, but for me,
all right, go ahead. You go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead. Say what you gotta say. You worked with him, man. Say what you gotta say.
Well, I thought his voice grew on me.
Mm-hmm. I feel the same way.
His voice grew on me. Like it wasn't like out of the gate. Mm-hmm. And to me, Biggie voice grew on me too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but like he morphed over time. Like, and I'm talking about Big particularly, like because when he first came out, he was hyped up, yelling on a lot of his rhymes and his delivery. Then he came into a more of like, okay, a conversation flow as it went over time. And Jay did the same thing.
Yes,
because when he first came out, he was like energetic. Higher like tone.
Yeah,
to his delivery, and then over time, he became more calm and conversational. You know, that part of his career is what I grew to appreciate. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I still can't put him in the category of greatest voices, greatest lyricist among the hitmaker, superstar. Yes, but voice for me, I don't know.
I respect your opinion on that.
Yeah, and that's nothing. That's not to take away from his talent and his success at all. But we're talking about voices. You know what I'm saying? So,
we think about Common.
Same thing.
What?
Like dope lyricist, but his voice doesn't make me like feel like he's like amongst the most distinctive or great voices in hip hop.
So name some of the voices that you don't like.
That I don't like. I'm gonna be honest, and
Yes.
I might get shade for this.
Yeah,
But I was never a big fan of Big L's voice.
me neither. I thought I'll be honest.
Amazing talent, rest
Yeah.
in peace, great lyricist. Never a big fan of his voice. Another one, Talib Kweli. Never been a fan of his voice.
I hate you.
Being
on that.
honest.
Yeah.
Being honest. Great lyricist. We cool. That's the homie. Come from the era. You know what I'm saying? We done been around each other. Love, but not a fan of the voice. And again, voice is the most important thing to grab the listener.
Yes.
Along with the actual skill of the MC. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're focusing on here.
All right.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
know?
Who else comes to mind?
I like I will say I like Mos Def's voice. But look,
I don't know. It has to depend on the record.
see, he's another person who's very diverse in his delivery. You know what I'm saying? So he will sound one way on a certain type of record and sound differently on a different record. He tends to use his voice like an instrument because he would sing too. So remember that Umi Says record?
Yeah,
super dope.
Yeah,
I don't know. Did we miss anybody important in the '90s?
Yes, and we won't forget of a guy like I consider a friend and one of the greatest to ever do it in the music business, Pharoah Monch. His creativity, his voice, his delivery is unmatched. Big shout to Pharoah Monch. Now back to the show.
As far as voices,
voices.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You look at the tablet. I can't think of anybody else. I'm gonna lean towards the 2000s now. To be honest, I mean, do you count Lil Wayne as 90s?
No, I don't know. Like I forgot.
Because when did Cash Money really start hitting the market? Was it late 90s?
It was late. No, I think it was late. Well, he didn't really hit till probably the 2000s.
Right, but when did Cash Money, like even with Hot Boys and their first wave with Juvenile, was that late 90s, like 90, 98, 99? I don't remember.
Nothing comes to mind right now.
Sure. When did Hot Boys and Cash Money first hit the market? 2000. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so it was 2000.
Yeah, it was 2000s.
So if we was to shout Wayne out, that's a 2000s thing.
Did you like Wayne's voice?
I thought Wayne's voice was dope. I just don't want to hear him sing. Like when he's singing, I could do without that. No disrespect. But as far as him seeing, he had definitely had a characteristic voice that I could appreciate.
And that note, we have to leave it right here for this one.
Yeah, we're gonna do a part 2, right?
We got to do a part 2 because we got to delve into the 2000s to now.
Yeah,
and give our perspective on it.
I agree.
And
I agree. So we left off at Wayne.
Exactly. We'll come back.
Yeah,
we'll come back with some more.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
It's HittMobb. Make sure you get the merch.
Yes.
Oh, I ain't got the shirt on, but I got the hat on.
You right here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. Peace.